The purpose of the new Rambler X-ray sales program is to help you keep your sales presentations on target.
Hurrah, 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 folks. Come in and buy your brand spanking new 1964 Rambler American Classic or Ambassador now. They're going like hotcakes, folks, so don't miss out on yours. It's first come, first served.
This Rambler salesman is working at his job, but he just isn't hitting the target. Your X-ray sales program will help you zero in on your targets, prime Rambler sales prospects, and give you some positive, solid leads to add impetus to, and give you some new starting points from which to continue your regular prospecting activities. Right now, you're probably checking registration lists at regular intervals, calling on small businessmen to suggest ways in which a Rambler wagon can help them in their business, calling on your former Rambler customers to attempt new car sales, second car sales, and to get references from them to add to your prospect list, and so on. Your methods have proved their value and practicality because you've been selling a record-breaking number of 1964 Ramblers. However, you're still interested in more sales and easier sales, and that's exactly what the X-ray work program can do for you. By now, your dealer may have already received the Rambler Man X-ray Sales Kit. That kit includes a pocket secretary and pen for holding your top 5 prospect cards, response-getting self-mailers, sets of 5 fan-fold top prospect cards, worksheets, bumper stickers, and a name stamp order blank, all in a handy organizer case. These materials are designed to help you take maximum advantage of your News Illustrated owner list, which your dealer has already received. This list gives you the name and address of every person in your sales area who owns a Rambler 5 years old or younger. It even tells you what body style they last purchased. Surveys show that 4 out of 5 persons on this list will buy a new car within the next 12 months. And nearly 1/2 of those who buy will buy another Rambler. This means that more than 1 of every 3 persons on your list will buy a Rambler before next year at this time. Competitive owner lists may also be available in your dealership. 1 in 5 will buy a new car this year. Make X-ray pay off for you by sending a certain number of response-getting mailers to competitive owners and to the News Illustrated mailing list each day. These mailers are invitations to them to come in and pick up their 1964 X-ray books. At the same time that you send a mailer, fill out a prospect card on the person with a date of the mailing so you can follow up, perhaps 3 days later. Your objective is to build up a file of prospect cards so you can select 5 top prospects each day, put them in your pocket secretary, and telephone the prospects to try to set up a demonstration appointment. Naturally, the purpose of any prospect interview is to write up a deal, so use your X-ray worksheet. Make sure the prospect knows who you are by stamping all X-ray books and literature with your name. Use the prospect card to note results and follow-up date in case he doesn't decide to buy this time. On every contact, keep these 3 major goals in mind. Try to figure a deal, even if he's not interested in buying right now. Try to get him to take a demonstration ride. And finally, always try to get referrals before you leave. You know that if you don't make the sale this time, it doesn't mean the prospect isn't going to buy a car within the next few months. So before parting, try to set a definite date for a follow-up appointment. The consistent effort of this 4-step prospecting procedure, selected direct mail, telephone follow-up, personal appointment, and a preset callback date, together with the many new prospects you meet during the Rambler $3 million Danny Kaye surprise party, will give you a long list of will-buy prospects. And to keep your prospect list growing, continue your routine. But let your Rambler prospect cards help you here, too. Each day, select several new prospects at random and make out cards on them. Then contact them personally when possible, and phone the others. Retain or discard your prospect card depending on the results. This kind of effort is the surest way to those extra sales everyone wants. Competition will be working on these prospects too, so keep your 3 big guns in mind: price, economy, and features. Use the right guns to blow competition right out of the picture. In situations where third-party selling is called for, remember that your sales manager or your dealer is ready and willing to catch your bee back in mid-flight. Remember that what a prospect is saying may not be as indicative of what he's thinking as how he says it or what he does while he's saying it. Keep in mind that every prospect wants to buy a new car, but needs a reason to buy. Look for what the prospect considers good justification. Then use your 1964 X-ray book to explain and define that Rambler advantage.
Don't miss your sales targets. Use the 1964 Rambler X-ray sales kit
to keep you on target with your all-important prime Rambler prospects. Here's your extra profit idea of the month. Centralize your sales follow-up details with a dealership mail desk. Several dealerships have successfully instituted the dealership mail desk system in order to centralize prospect follow-up and free them in for more selling activity. Salesmen have found that the major qualifications for a girl Friday who works out well in this capacity are friendliness, detail-mindedness, and a strong sense of responsibility. The mail desk girl's first duty is, of course, to set up a file where she keeps prospect cards according to callback date. She keeps the daily appointment calendar so that everyone knows who is where and what they're doing. She takes care of reminding each man daily of any callbacks that are due on that day, and she gives him the prospect card for reference during the call. She might also type sales letters from standard forms dictated by the men. She files registration lists, distributes postcards for the addition of personal messages, checks news media for prospect leads, handles calls for men away from the sales room, and in general keeps the men in a go-getting organization free from unnecessary detail work, letting them spend more time in actual selling. Why not try a dealership mail desk in your operation to help keep sales on target?